Well, hello, everybody. As Judy told, my name is Valeria, and I was born in Siberia, Russia, but I go to Temple University where I study architecture. And today, I would like to tell you a story about the biggest change in my life. As long as I can remember myself, I have always been a nature lover and an animal lover. You know, when I was a kid and barely could talk, this is a picture of me and my brother. During all 11 years at high school and middle school and elementary school, this is me and my friend in my local national park, and this is me with my friend's dogs. He is 1 year old here. And so my love for animals and nature was contradictory, because at that time I wasn't living consciously, and so whenever I shampooed my hair or I went shopping, I had a negative impact on the environment. And the reason for this is the culture I grew up in. You know, in Russia, my motherland is experiencing a significant environmental stress due to deforestation, energy responsibility, pollution, nuclear waste, and unfortunately, all these terrifying environmental problems are not a primary concern for most people in Russia. And because of that, the topic of sustainability became one of my biggest interests during my freshman year at Temple University, when I learned about climate change and sustainability, local food system. And so, because of my growing interest, I decided to attend a college road tour where Erin and Judy were talking about conscious lifestyle. And I was moved by their presentation, and I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna start changing the world. I'm gonna implement changes into my lifestyle. And so I started doing yoga to have a healthy body, and I decided to enjoy my coffee for here. I also started shopping at local farmers market, and when I was moving to my new apartment, I bought all of my furniture secondhand. And it seemed to me that I lived a conscious lifestyle, and I was truly taking care of the earth. So one day, I was scrolling through my Twitter feed, and I saw a post by Turning Green about the Project Green Challenge, and I was like, wow, I'm passionate about sustainability, so it makes perfect sense to sign up. And so I did. I signed up on August 3rd, and was impatiently waiting since then. In fact, I was so excited that I decided to be a campus representative, and I encouraged my best friend to sign up for the challenge too. Unfortunately, he stopped in the middle. We're gonna fix it next year. And yes, and so we hosted the sign-up event. We met like-minded students, and it was absolutely amazing. And a week later, the Project Green Challenge began. It was an eye-opening experience. It was the most life-changing experience. It challenged me to be original and creative, as we had to make videos, infographics, science, and even cleaning products. It opened my eyes to ecological issues I have never heard of, such as plastic microbeads. It made me do things I thought I wasn't capable of, such as conducting the interviews, because I'm very shy. PGC pushed me to discover amazing organizations like Crochet Kids that is empowering people to rise above poverty. Finally, it changed the way I perceive my daily life. And so now I pay close attention to labels. I always choose non-GMO, organic, and fair trade items. I make most of my cleaning and body care products because this is the best option for me, people, and the environment. I always reuse, upcycle, and recycle. In fact, I made my Halloween costume. This is me as an owl. I made it from old t-shirts, and I was dressed as an owl because I went to the football game that day. So an owl is a temple mascot, so it made perfect sense. And so the greatest thing I learned about the challenge was also the simplest. Each small step matters. And if I choose to be conscious, there will be people, in fact, there are people, who are inspired by my actions to change the world. And this notion makes me excited every day. I bring my homemade lunch in my mason jar into school and eat it, and people ask me, what is that? Why are you eating your lunch from mason jar? Because it's cool, guys, it's cool, you know? And overnight I bring my cup to a coffee shop, and I ask to make my coffee in my reusable cup. And so I believe that my actions can be noticed and my voice can be heard. And that's what empowers me to move on and change the world. And so my first step towards changing the world is to start reshaping the community I spent most of my time at, and it's Temple University. And so my major goal is to reduce the amount of waste that Temple University produces daily. To begin with, I want to implement a zero-waste food system on campus. And, you know, while the dining halls, they provide reusable plates and stainless steel forks, we have so many food trucks on campus, and they always use packaging. And so after a lunch break, after dinner, we have a lot of waste from food packaging. Which brings me to my next point. I want to require all the local businesses to switch to biodegradable packaging. Which brings me again to my next point, is to introduce composting bins around campus. So this system can interlock and work. The next thing is really exciting. In fact, myself and the members of Temple Community Garden have already started working on this. And we want to take all the leftover food from our dining halls, which is right now is just being thrown away, and the fresh produce from Temple Community Garden, and to donate it to people in need. And we have a lot of people like this in Philadelphia. I also want to start my DIY Eco Club to reduce the waste that students produce. And the purpose of that club is to encourage students to buy less and create more. Instead of throwing away unwanted items, I want to use them as a material to create room decorations, presents, gifts, and cleaning products. Finally, because of my passion for sustainable architecture, I want to get permission to build so-called hanging gardens. We have many hallways in our buildings which are very open and with big windows, which makes it a perfect place to grow plants. And so this project has many great advantages. First of all, it will create new student jobs because somebody has to take care of this. Also, it will clean indoor air and provide all year-round access to fresh herbs and lettuce. And last but not least, being surrounded by plants simply improves the relationship between people and their mental health, which is absolutely vital to learning environment. Because people nowadays spend so much time indoors, I believe that green architecture is the key to sustainable future. And my ultimate career goal is to design green, self-sufficient buildings and urban vertical farms all around the world. But obviously, I want to start with Russia. And I believe that vertical indoor farms will greatly benefit people and the environment because, you know, it's cold in Russia. So we can't really grow food all year round, and vertical urban farms will allow us to do that. And on a bigger scale, I want to create self-sufficient, low-cost, sustainable buildings in undeveloped countries. And using nature is an inspiration and local ecological materials, my goal is to design and build libraries, schools, and residential houses for people in those countries. And in fact, some architectural firms are already doing it. This is BC Architects. And so I have to be honest with you. I am a little bit selfish. So I set up all these goals and aims because I want to have a healthy and happy family. I want my kids and I want my grandchildren to enjoy the beautiful world we have today. And I believe that I can implement all these great goals I have in my mind, and that you guys can implement all of yours. We can truly save the world for our future generations, and because of my selfishness, your kids will contribute too, so this is all good. And I would like to end my presentation by a very famous quote by Margaret Mead: "Never believe that a few caring people can change the world. For indeed, that's all who ever have." And we have this amazing group of students who are changing the world, and I really believe in you guys, I believe in myself, and I want to thank you all for taking time to listen to me, and for Project Green Challenge changing me so much in my lifestyle, in my daily lifestyle, and creating all these amazing opportunities that I have today. So, thank you.